Right, welcome to another episode of Ruggers. Yesterday we had a brilliant win by the Springboks to take the Test Series 3-2, or 2-1, sorry, against the British and Irish Lions. Francois, this is Test rugby. This is how rugby is supposed to be
I was just
played.
going to say, it's your type of rugby. Hard, grinding, no holds barred, every inch in the field competed and won, and it was competitions on all levels, the scrums, the defence, the high balls, a lot to actually take away.
I must be honest, I'm happy that the Springboks won. I'm grateful that the Springboks won, because according to me the best team on the field on the day was the Lions.
Yeah, one can now argue and say, had they gone for poles on the two kickable opportunities that they had,
4 opportunities,
and they decided to go for the line, but I know the why. It's because they got that.
Well, they were in charge of the driving mauls, eh?
Exactly, from the try line. The first try they got from the driving maul. However, we defended the other 2 attempts very well. Remember, I think Etzebeth stole the ball in the line out. And then we also managed to force penalties on defence whilst defending our line. So I must give credit to our defence as well for that.
No, great stuff. I mean, but like I said, I won't call the Springboks win lucky, because it's well deserved. But if rugby was decided by good people, the Lions would have taken it. But that's it, and then we get to discussing the players again. I sat last night and I started to write my report, and I stopped after a while, because actually it's unfair. Because we judge a player like Colby on what he does on the field, not on what he was supposed to do as instructed by the coaches.
Interesting. That's what you're saying.
So it's difficult. Let's start with Willie.
Willie.
Again, a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 performance, making a few mistakes, but did what he was supposed to do.
Yes, but if you look at the try, the ball bouncing off the shoulder, which was not ruled forward, luckily by the ref, it ruled backwards, and then off the hand from a Toje into Um's hands, and then Willie saw the opportunity, came around, took the pass, and then from there it was off to Colby to try.
But again, my problem is you can't select a guy for a hope in hell that's the first time it happened in 3 tests.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. Yes, so Willie, doing what he had to do.
And then
Cheslin, well, scored the try, took the one opportunity.
That's all he did.
Yeah.
And he became man of the match.
Yeah. No, we'll get to man of the match a bit later. I disagree with that one, but yeah.
I keep on saying you cannot pick. There's no place for Cheslin in the current Springbok setup. I know it's not a popular opinion and everything, but simply you cannot pick a guy in a hope that he will pull off a try, because I mean, when he got the ball it was brilliant. But is that 5 points enough for the whole series?
Yeah, debatable, I suppose, but yeah.
And then Mr. M?
No, also I think he had a good game. Defence, run with the ball, also part instrumental in making that try. So yeah, no.
I think his speaking with the Olinda is getting better and better and better. On the type of rugby that we're playing, and I know I'm sounding like the younger kids won't know what the record is, but again, I would really love something different in our midfield. I think Am's capability, attacking capabilities, has been smothered by the rugby that we're playing, and with the Olinda at inside centre.
Speaking of the Olinda, great game.
He did, but that's again, I would give him a 6 or 6.5 out of 10. He did what he was supposed to do.
No, I think he did a bit more, but yeah, my opinion. That's what.
No. That's why you're sitting next to me, is to give me your opinion. But But yeah,
Yeah. No, yeah. Look, defence, he was very strong. Yeah, and the bottom line is, when he carries strong. He draws defenders. You know,
he did what he was supposed to be.
yeah, yeah.
He's 100% the player that the Springboks
Solid,
will
dependable.
pick for the game plan that we're playing.
At this stage, yeah.
But with him there won't be any exciting rugby.
Yeah.
And Pollard?
Did you not miss someone now?
No, we've got, the other wing, Mapimpi.
Yeah, Mapimpi. Yeah, Mapimpi, I think, quiet game this one.
But he tried. Every time he had opportunity, he tried. He did what was expected from him.
Yeah.
Nobody expected anything out of the ordinary from the guy.
No.
He didn't get the ball with 1 or 2 steps that he could make something out of it. So, 5, 6 out of 10.
Pollard, not his best game. You know, I'm a big Pollard fan, but unfortunately kicked, for some reason missed 2, you know, especially the last kick was a very kickable kick, which he missed just before he was replaced by Steyn. Did what he had to do. I think his tactical kicking game wasn't as spot on as the previous test match, but yes, still good, but probably not what the Pollard that we know in this stage.
And now you must hold on to your chairs. I think a major problem with Pollard is that Faf was not there.
Oh, the combination.
The combination, because Faf does bring a bit more excitement to the game than Reinach did.
Yeah, Reinach was a bit slow with his passes, and I think that's probably what makes sense what you're saying. That's probably what hampered Pollard in his style of play.
But now everybody said the scrum master was instructed to slow the game down. Maybe not. But Faf is better than Reinach.
No, definitely. I mean, I think we missed Faf yesterday. Look, Faf frustrates me he also makes stupid mistakes in his every now and then, but still, he's got the flair and the speed and the pace for ball distribution, and his box kicks are on target as well. Yeah, are we discussing Steyn on with the replacement?
You don't have, all you can put to Steyn is he did it again.
Did it again. Deja vu, 2009. But that's why he was selected. That's why he's for the third match of the test series. It was, as the coach said, it was to take that kick when it mattered. And
but he converted 2 penalties, no?
2 penalties.
But the first penalty was a lot more difficult than the second one. Because the second one was a sitter.
Yeah, and when Pollard was not having his best game, I was very grateful that we had Steyn on the bench. It came on, brought in the calm, steadfast, scored the points that mattered, got us the match.
Right, then Visser.
Yeah, Visser not his best game. I think I'll give him about 5 out of 10.
Only 5?
Yeah, 3 unnecessary errors that led to penalties, and for me, very frustrating. I find it very frustrating if we give away stupid penalties, and this whole series has been our handbrake in terms of our abilities. We give away stupid penalties. If it wasn't for that, we would have beaten the Lions way earlier and with more points. But that's just me. I don't know, maybe I'm expecting too much for that level of rugby. But
there are Springboks, no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, and then our friend number 7, Mostert.
Mostert, I'm going to give him a 9, definitely. I know you're going to disagree, but 9.
To all the viewers, this guy is a Polgum supporter. He swims in very cold temperatures.
No, Franco Mostert, unsung hero, hard worker, at flank and at lock. I think you couldn't fault him. That's my opinion.
He's no Peter Steff.
No, he's no Peter Steff, but he managed.
So if Peter Steff played, you would have given him 12 out of 10.
He wouldn't have been playing at flank. He would have been playing at lock.
I think Mostert his efforts is undervalued by a lot of people, especially me. I still like him to have more impact on the game.
Yeah. Look, I mean, he's probably one of the highest work rates in the team. I think that's pretty much why I'm scoring him that high. It's because of his high work rate.
All right, we won't give him that much.
Kulisi, yeah, you know, I know you're not a fan of him in terms of his captaining ability, but as a player yesterday, he put everything on the line, and he was all over the place. So yeah, I would also give him at least an 8 for his efforts.
And then 5 was.
It's a bit.
Yeah, that's 4.
Lood.
What we asked of him, huh?
Yeah, Lood surprised me. I mean, I said it with the last test. I wasn't expecting that much of Lood. Lood came on last week, played excellently, and again yesterday.
His physicality brought a lot to the game.
Definitely. So Lood, that has been quiet in the background for quite a long time now, it's actually bringing up his hand again.
Just a question: Lood or Mostert?
Lood.
Peter Steff or Mostert?
Peter Steff.
So you give Mostert a 9. Okay. All right.
And then yesterday's game.
and then Ibn Etzebeth.
Listen, that's my player of the match for yesterday.
Well, the player of the series for me.
Yeah.
Between him and Kulisi.
Yeah. Now I was going to go. You beat me to the punch now. But Etzebeth also played full matches, all three test matches. His presence on the field is undeniable. Stole the ball in a critical, as I said, when the Lions were about to set the driving ball, he stole the line-out ball there. And just a menace to any opposing team, I would think.
I would just love him to have more ball in hand. But obviously the type of game we played, it didn't allow him.
Doesn't give him that opportunity. Yeah.
And Malherbe.
France had a solid game yesterday, I think.
They struggled a bit up front.
Yeah, not as dominant as in the second test, but held his own.
Yeah, good 6.5, 7 out of 10. The same with Kitshoff.
Yeah, no, Kitshoff also didn't, unfortunately, apparently the last penalty wasn't really his mistake. It was the opposing player's mistake, from what I've read. Just before he left the field, but yes, did what he had to do. I think Bongi.
I think Bongi is getting a little bit too physical these days. Where he tries to be this menace, and rather than playing his normal game, that is a brilliant game.
Exactly. Yeah, he's very solid. I'm just not sure that once line-out throw that he directly into the hands of, was it Mostert? Or Etzebeth?
9 out of 10 Mostert, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the line-out move was there. 3 errors by Bongi, which is not really his style. So not his best game yesterday.
But again, they did exactly what was expected of them.
Yeah.
If you take the front row that came on, nothing spectacular, just did what was expected from them.
Yeah. Replacements?
Well, like I said, the front row, what was expected of them. They did well. They didn't have the effect up front like they did last week, but I think the Lions knew what was coming and they countered them well.
Except Trevor's impact once again.
No, he had.
Remember, the last penalty was Trevor's penalty.
Yeah, he had an impact, but not the same as they did last weekend.
No, I think the Lions did a bit of homework.
Yeah.
But still, it was great to see us eventually scrum them in the second half. And then, as I said, Trevor forcing the penalties when it mattered. Yeah. One of which was to end the game for us.
Yeah.
Because I think it was a up and under kick when Steyn gathered the ball, got isolated, and then Atoje turned the ball. And what went from just get the ball in hand, play through a couple of phases, it's the last minute of the game, kick it out, we went to defending again in our quarter. Once again, not the sharpest when we had to be. Had us obviously stressing, but we pulled it through.
And your 2 Lucy's that came on?
Yeah, I know.
Staden and Kwacha.
Well, yeah, I think nothing spectacular.
Yeah.
Nothing spectacular for me.
There was not one of the replacements that impressed me, except now for the influence of Morné Steyn.
Yeah, that I think that, yeah.
You didn't realize when a replacement was done.
But the timing of the replacements, I think, were done well. I mean, it was tactically timed very well, and yeah, pulled us through.
Okay, now the question I want to ask you: what will you change from here on till the next World Cup? Because these guys will not make it till the World Cup.
Yeah,
we can maybe go past Argentina and the rugby championship with this crowd, and then my big question is, what then? Are we going to now play these guys until their time is up and then start rebuilding? Or do you think the Springbok management will have the guts to start changing this winning combination?
Okay, as I sit here, my gut feel, I mean, Rassie as director and Jacques, very astute, very clever strategists. I think they would have been thinking this now. I think they would have said, right, let's get the series behind us, which was forced upon us, with very little preparation. So that's why they went with with what they knew, what worked in the World Cup. But I'm sure going forward, they will start bringing in new and younger talent. I don't think they'll stick with the same team for too long now. Somewhere they'll have to bring in the new talent and start getting them worked into or developed into the group going forward for the World Cup.
Yeah, I'm just not that sure. I think they're going to ride the wave until it's finished, and then we're going to have to start rebuilding. I would have liked to see Fussy playing.
Look, if you look at who was brought into the initial group, there was talent there. I think the problem with Fussy is just experience at this stage.
But how do you get experience?
No.
He has proved himself.
Because what do we have now for the Boks? We've got Rugby Championship until the end of the year. And then it's basically it for Bok Rugby.
No, we're going overseas also.
Yeah, for our end of year tour.
End of the year tour, yeah.
Okay, and there, I'm sure we're going to see the young talent coming in.
All right, but great stuff, Rassie.
Well done, Bokke.
And all the guys involved. We must start naming our Springbok coach first. That's another thing. When will Rassie allow Jacques to take the reins?
If it works, it works.
Yeah, so great stuff, Bokke. We're proud to be Springbok supporters and everything.
Fantastic. Bragging rights for the next 12 years again.
Yeah, now here Morné is going to be at 49 again, be part of the selection. Great stuff. Thanks a lot. Enjoy.
Right. Cheers.